Hi, I'm Nikol and this is my little baby Lumír. Today we will be talking about connecting your modular synthesizer with external equipment, such as outboard effects, guitar pedals, mixing consoles or another musical instruments. First, let's take a look at the difference between audio signal flowing in your modular synthesizer and audio signal you operate with a common audio equipment. Here you can see a sine wave signal from your typical VCO. Such a signal will typically have amplitude of 5 volts and be bipolar, which means it will oscillate between a positive and a negative range of total peak-to-peak voltage of 10 volts. The maximum possible output from your Eurorack modular synthesizer can be almost equal to the voltage of the power supply, so that means maximum 24 volts peak-to-peak voltage. When we compare a typical line level signal coming from your mixing console, you can see it has much lower amplitude. It's also bipolar, but the peak amplitude will be 1.7 volts at maximum. Usually it's much smaller, so it will be peaking around 1 volt or less. As you can imagine, peak-to-peak voltage will be 3.4 volts maximum. And what about the signal that you get from your phone or another consumer electronics? The output will be really low. Having a peak amplitude maxing at less than a volt, it renders it to be 5 to 10 times weaker than your standard modular VCO. But does it mean that you cannot use these signals at all? Definitely not! Maybe you have heard about external input and output modules. External input module will amplify the weak signal coming from your keys, guitar, laptop, phone or another pickup equipped instrument to the modular levels. When you look at this Depeche A119 external input module, you can see it has a big jack connector to plug your instrument into and an amplified signal output right next to it. You can amplify the signal with this gain knob. What is interesting is that on top of that, it has the envelope follower. Envelope follower will analyze the volume of incoming signal and turn it in the voltage that you can use then for modulation of some CVable parameters in your system. If you patch such a module with voltage inverter and VCA, you can easily make yourself a compressor functionality with patch like this. Often you can also use a filter which has input drive capability to amplify line level signals to almost modular level. Such filters have adjustable amplification of the input. Output module will attenuate the strong signal from your modular to the generally weaker line levels. So the inputs of your mixing console or recording device won't get overloaded with too hot signal. But is such a module really necessary? In fact not. You can use a simple attenuator or direct injection box to attenuate the signal to the safe level before you plug it into line level devices. But using such an output module is every time safe and a reliable solution. Output modules usually offer a stereo headphone output too, so you can plug your headphones directly to your system and don't be worried about bothering your neighbors. It's really handy, especially when you have babies sleeping around. Often these input-output modules take care about the right impedances. That sounds maybe complicated, but it may really concern you only with dealing with guitar equipment. And that's all from different types of signal for today. I hope I made it all clear. If you're not sure and you have some question related to the topic, just ask in the section below. See you next time!